Welcome to the swamp, the giant that the head ball coach awakened, one that thrived in urban renewal, and now one where only the Gators get out alive. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Nebraska Gators will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So Nebraska's offense is on the field for the first time today. And all eyes on this man as he takes the field. The defense knows they're going to try to throw him the football, and it probably won't matter, guys.
Oh, but the defense, Reese, will be locked in. He will see double coverage. They will know where he's at on every single snap, Jesse, or else you will get beat quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He's one of the few receivers in the country, guys, where if it's man coverage, he's open, zone coverage, he's open. If he's double covered, he's open. Throw that guy the ball.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. That's caught. It's Boyd. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
Well, that receiver, he knew he had to get his head turned around quickly. He's running the curl route against zone coverage, but he knows his quarterback is going to be firing that ball into him. It's a rocket pass. He's able to make the catch and get the first.
Off the play fake on first down. Quickly complete. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. They want to just keep throwing it. Grabbed behind the line. It's Padone. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. What a snag by the defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Florida!
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 25. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. The Huskers with the 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Raiola. They're trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Third and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field. We're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
And the Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. So the Florida Gators offense has its first opportunity of the day. I know what a weapon he is on the outside, but stretching the field against this dude in the secondary will be a challenge.
And just some safeties have it, the awareness, the ability to see the ball to break on the football, and he's one of those guys.
This QB better be looking the safety off. You can't just trust your receiver's going to out-athlete him every time you throw him the ball, because this safety is a different breed.
Off play action. He slings it deep to the left. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Looking to throw on third. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. The Gators will punt this one away.
Number 19 in punt formation to kick it away.
Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Finds his tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop it from getting the first down. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Finds a man on the left. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. All kinds of running room. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Hey, it's important on offense in the passing game. You've got to have balance, and I mean you got to be able to attack different thirds of the field. You got to work the perimeter to both sides. You got to let the defense know too that you're not afraid to go over the middle, and they did right there.
Pocket starts to collapse, and the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On second down, they'll take to the air. Fires to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period.
7, Nebraska 0.
They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's third and long from the 28. Grabbed over the middle. It's Fedone. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
And that's good enough for a first down.
A hand to the running back. Just couldn't get away from the tackle. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the back. Just a 1-yard gain leaves it with 3rd and 9. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. They'll run the screen. And he was knocked down immediately, short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. And they're going to head out the lineup for a field goal. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. And he missed it. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
That's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll go to the ground. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Leaves it with the running back. At the 35, he's open. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They move the chains on the ground. Now another first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll line up for a second down play.
No gain on the play. Second down coming up.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. A 3rd and long coming up here. He fires to the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. Touchdown, Gator. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. The lead's not insurmountable, just down 14-0. But, David, you don't score here, it could get a little tricky fast.
If you don't score here, if you don't possess the football and put something together to give your defense a little bit of a blow, it's not the ideal start. But it ain't like this game's late in the football game. Create some momentum here in the second quarter.
Yeah, momentum.
And that pass is intercepted. Touchdown, Florida. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. Fielded in the end zone. It's Allen. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
They go to the ground. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. He's going to let one fly down the middle. The Cornhuskers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the return, it's Abrams. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
First down for the offense.
To the air, it's Lagway. He's got his man. He's there to make the stop, and the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half, and the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it, trying to beat the D deep. Pulls it in inside the 10. Touchdown, Gators! And they take it in for 6 more points.
It's so nice to have guys out wide that you just trust that you can feed the football, and this guy will do the rest. He'll cross that goal line. He'll take care of you, make you look like a genius. That's that kind of guy right there.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Makes a connection. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass, it's Raiola. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Couldn't find a man, just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Huskers decide to punt it away. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Huskers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Gators sending the offense back to work. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Looking to go up top on first down. Forced out of the pocket. He's going to take off on the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Wide open downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
This is one of the reasons I love this linebacker. He is an outstanding pass rusher. He's got speed, he's got quickness and agility to avoid the offensive linemen, running backs, and tight ends on his way to the quarterback.
Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Throws to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on third and long. They're bringing heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And here comes the field goal unit. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. He got it. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. Coming out with it, it's Allen. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. The give to the back. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The running back has it. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Hitting just inside their own 20. They need to convert on 3rd and short.
Third down coming.
From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Johnson. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Wants to throw on 1st down. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve his field position.
Have a day, young fella. 2 interceptions already? That's 3, 4, 5, 6 games for some people. A hot start, catching the football. He's acting like he's playing wide receiver out there. I might think about trying a different DB.
On the option. He'll toss it. Touchdown, Florida! And the beatdown has ensued. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Looking for blockers. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
He's got an open man. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. He's got it. Open runway ahead. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Husker. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and he's gone.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The give. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
On the ground, it's Daniels. On the Houdini-like moves, get it to the 22. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Trying play action. Trying to get to it. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack.
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try along with it. From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that one. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Stewart. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. On second down, wants to throw. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? He's got it.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Finds his man. It's Spears. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Comes out throwing on first down. Makes his connection. He's brought down solid. Pick up a little bit short of the first down. Second down coming up.
9. Brings up second down.
He wants to throw it again. Fires to the big fella. The Cornhuskers get enough for the first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense.
And that's good enough for a first down.
They'll throw it on first down. Coming after it. Didn't have much of a choice here but to get rid of it. They'll spread the defense out going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He's got him this time. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. Caught near the sticks. It's Stewart. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Looking to move it through the air. Shoots it to the left. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Let's see which way they go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. They'll run play action. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And they've converted their first 2 third down opportunities, but a 3rd and long is a different animal. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Reeled it in and just made the house call. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
41, Nebraska 14.
He'll bring it out. It's Daniels. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick ball and field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. The Gators send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looking for a block. It's Allen. He'll be brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what that one's about.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Give to the running back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Gonna run it. It's Daniels. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
That's a bad sign for the offense. You're trying to throw screen passes to try to negate the pass rush from the defense. That time, the pass rush even got home on a screen pass.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positive.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you...
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game.